Anyways.
Anyway,
What?
It's just because it confuses you. I'm sorry. I just usually do stuff because I think it will confuse you, and it does.
Welcome to the podcast where we talk about anything, everything that comes out of the crapshoot. I'm your host, JD. This is my co-host, James. I call him James. Other people call him Jimmy. It just works like that.
It's weird.
A lot of things have happened this week, James.
Things a lot have. Yes.
Well, first off, I'm in a different room.
Whoa.
Yes. So basically,
in a different angle. Now
I've already talked about the issues in my other room.
Face.
Yes, I've already talked about the issues from my other room, right? How it's too hot.
Tell them again.
Well, I'll tell you again. Number one, it's too hot. The vent in my room works just fine.
The Eric Andre?
Yes, but just because of the... What'd you just say? What did you say?
I'm sorry, it just slipped right.
Anyway.
You're like, yes.
So the way my other room was designed was that there's like a big hole in like the top part of my room, and then the vent is up there. And my room, I guess, was just really large in volume because it's like the roof is really high because it's right in the middle of the house.
The roof is on fire.
So I guess the cold air just doesn't work in that room because it just gets dispersed too easily. So that room is like always like at least 85 degrees. That's like that's the coolest it ever goes to, is like 85.
85.
So I like burn alive when I'm in my room. And I moved over to my sister's room, and my sister's room has the vent actually right above my head. You see the vent just right up there. It's also a bit smaller in terms of height.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, right there.
Right there?
Yeah, right there. And
right there?
Yeah, right there. And yeah, it's a lot colder. And I've only just experienced it right now, but I was pretty sure it's because of the there was like a, you know how my computer turns off randomly sometimes?
Yes. No.
Yeah. That hasn't happened a lot recently in this room. It only just happened right now, actually, when I plugged something into my front panel I/O. So I think there's something wrong with my front panel. But, you know.
Your front panel?
Good. Yeah, my front panel. But yeah, biggest reason was because it was too hot. And my sister was like, I like hot, so might as well be in there. I'm like, are you sure? I mean, we could switch back anytime. She's like, okay, fine. So now I'm in a different room. You got anything interesting to talk about then, James? You seem so invested.
No, I am. JD, I'm listening.
Are you, though? Are you? What did I just say?
You switched rooms because this one's colder and your sister wanted the hotter room. And you're like, yeah, let's do it. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
What were you just looking at, though, James?
Am I wrong? I was looking up reference pictures for the thing I was going to talk about. This thing.
What's that thing?
It is a clone from Star Wars.
More Star Wars?
Star Wars?
Did I hear something like the CEO is getting like replaced or something?
Oh, Kathleen Kennedy? Fucking hopefully. Dude.
Maybe? I heard something like that. Hopefully. Jesus. Everyone every Star Wars fan who's like, you're like, hey, by the way, I really like the new Star Wars movie. Kathleen Kennedy, I think she's amazing. And everyone's just like, you say what? I will rip out your heart.
War flashbacks.
I will take your firstborn child and turn him into cut him apart, put him in 4 different flasks, so you have to gather them back all up together. And then I'll use the mold.
Blasphemy, I enjoyed that game.
Resident Evil 8?
Spoiler alert, I'm mold.
Spoiler alert.
It's
mold.
me, Ethan.
It's me.
I'm mold. I've been molded.
That's a good game. It's a very good.
It was me. It was me, Miranda.
It was me. Mother Miranda.
Dude, I've been watching several playthroughs of that. I watched Ray Norvea's first.
God, I love watching people play that.
Well, so cool. It's not like I can get the fucking game, you know?
Yeah, you're right.
It's like my vice and everything, and I am watching people I really enjoy. Ray Narvaez Jr. was like a really good one to watch, and then he referenced Ryan Haywood in it, and I'm like...
Oh Oh, that one didn't age quite so well.
Not just that, he's like, oh, it's in the hole. Did Ryan put it in there? And I'm like,
Are you talking about the baby or something?
yeah, because he was putting things into a hole.
Yeah.
When he was putting the things in.
What am I, Ryan?
No, it was when he was cranking something out of the well, and it's because in Minecraft, Ryan Haywood put a cow in a hole, and that was like the thing he was known for.
Putting a cow in a hole?
Yeah. He's like, what's in there? Is it Edgar? Is Edgar the one in the hole?
Oh, that's his reference?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's like, did Ryan Haywood put in there? I'm just like...
It's like he hasn't heard the news like at all.
No,
so
he has, and he's told people not to like mention it because he
told people not to mention. Hey, is this Ryan Haywood?
I'm like,
Jesus. Everyone like refuses to comment on that one thing. What if he just keeps mentioning it and everyone's just like all agrees just never to talk about it or like say anything, but like he just like keeps bringing it up. It's just Ryan Haywood. Yes, I was just at the bar the other day with my good friend Ryan Haywood.
Oh, I don't think he would say that. He's not. No one is in support of this man. Well, that's not true.
I know.
For some reason, people are.
There are people who support him, but
for some reason,
there's always people who are crazy.
Despite the fact that he's a fucking pedophile.
But so dumb.
Before I talk about Star Wars thing, Warner Media got sold.
Right, I heard about that. Didn't they have like a? Was it like a full soul? Or was it like a partner deal?
No, partner deal. So
it was a partner deal with AT&T.
Yeah, AT&T did a partner deal with Discovery, where they sold 25% to Discovery, I believe.
Oh.
And they're or 28%, and they now have 72% still in control.
But somewhere in that Rooster Teeth.
Warner Media owns Rooster Teeth directly, and so it's like they got sold, and it really relieves a lot of stress I had because everyone's like, I'm hearing you're gonna get sold, Rooster Teeth. Ooh, and it's like, well, no, technically not. It's still 72%.
Yeah, I mean, it's still there, but
it's like, yeah, they got sold.
I mean, stocks dropped like 20%, but whatever. Isn't DC also included in that sale? DC Comics?
Technically, no.
No,
because DC Comics, I think, are directly owned by Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
It's
I don't know. Company deals are so weird. I'll take 72.8% of whatever you own.
Entire stock.
What does it mean to take percentage partnership in something?
Well, it's like they were
what does it really mean?
I think they have like a control over it for like a certain part, like how Sony owned Spider-Man, but it was still like a Marvel thing, and now it's like,
yeah, that's weird.
It's like
we own Spider-Man, but you own Spider-Man, and we own Spider-Man.
The most insane thing about the Sony like fucking controversy that happened when they were like, okay, well, we're not gonna let you use Spider-Man anymore, was that it was like, it's a reasonable move though because they're getting fucked out of money every time the movie comes out. They aren't gaining money; they're losing.
I mean, think about it. We could have got the Amazing Spider-Man 3.
We really could have.
Starring Venom, Venom and Sandman and New Goblin. Fuck it! Add a fourth one in there. Electro comes back.
Oh, you mean Spider-Man Far From Home? No Way Home.
Maestro?
What's the name of it? What's the name of the new Spider-Man movie that they're making? Far From Home? No,
it's not Far From Home. It's No Way Home. You idiot!
Yeah.
How can you not remember that?
I forgot which.
What are you, a boomer?
What am I? Someone who doesn't give a shit?
What are you, some sort of brainiac?
Am I some sort of brainiac?
I tried this move out of my grandpa to get him to stop yelling and throwing things, but all he did was scream.
Dude, someone's made clips where they like also edit JonTron videos in the clip.
Yeah.
And it's fucking amazing.
Bet it is.
Oh, dude. They did fucking like bass boost most of it though, so it's like it just like
So
one word
stupid.
punctured.
So
But all he did was I tried to make Grandpa nicer, but all he did was scream.
scream.
Okay, but yeah, Kathleen Kennedy hopefully gets fired because she hasn't done anything good with the company.
Except for the last 3 Star Wars
No.
movies. Yeah.
I mean,
Mandalorian came out.
the first one was good. That wasn't her.
Mandalorian season 2.
Neither of those were her directly, though.
What about?
That
Is there
was
season
Jon
3 or
Favreau.
is there not a season?
Yeah, they're making season. Well, they're gonna make season 3 after they do the Book of Boba Fett TV show.
Kathleen Kennedy.
No, again,
No, again,
dude.
that's not.
JD, I cannot stress enough how it's Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni who are the ones doing this, and it's
But that was amazing. So how could? But aren't they under Kathleen Kennedy? Because Kathleen Kennedy's just at the
she has
top,
no-
you know.
They have the control of the show is the thing. With Kathleen, she was the one who got to choose the directors for the movies, and just
And
'cause
she did a good job.
for the first one. First
Once
one,
again,
it was
first
like-
one, okay, that's okay.
It was like J.J. Abrams, Star Wars fan. He kind of messed around a bit. He did some pretty rowdy stuff,
Still
but the
sucks.
story was good.
Yeah.
It was a good movie, and it's like, okay, should we bring back?
I don't know. I kind of did like the first one.
Let's get this guy who publicly on Twitter
I like the second one more than the
hated
first
Star
one.
Wars, and let's hire him.
I didn't watch the third one, but I think the third one is probably as good as the second, which is better than the first. So we're talking about two different things.
I like this podcast called Rexing Around, but they keep going like, and I'm telling you, The Last Jedi, it's going to become a cult classic film. It's going to become one that's going to go down in infamy, like the prequels did. I'm like, it's not. It's not.
It's one that's going to be so bad, but so good that everyone's going to love it, just like the prequels.
The prequels had bad but good stuff. The Last Jedi is just bad.
I thought you were about to dab there. You were like,
bad.
dab.
Last Jedi is just bad.
God damn it. So
No,
stupid.
it's Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker. They're just straight fucking down.
Straight
It's just like,
Garbo, dude.
y'all had the potential, and you just said, "What we did? Why are we doing?"
Well, I mean, I think we put the training arc in the third movie. I think we just put the training arc in the third movie. Do you understand how stupid that is? You put the training arc in a third movie in a trilogy. Your main character. What?
Hey, JD,
What?
what if Rey was a Palpatine?
What if Rey was a Palpatine? I think that would actually make the whole 3 movies actually good.
Somebody.
That's what they
explain-
said. That's what the board directors were thinking.
I'm not joking. I saw somebody explain how Rey is actually a true Skywalker. It would maybe just go like, "Oh, so they did do an incest kiss with her and Kylo."
Well, that was incestual.
Because, in theory, because Palpatine did bring Anakin into the world using the Force.
What?
I'm not joking. In canon, how Anakin was created is the same way Jesus Christ was, by an immaculate conception using the Force, though.
Immaculate conception?
Yes,
Okay.
because he has no father.
Okay.
Anakin. He was literally forced in the will by the Force.
He was willed
Through-
into existence by the Force.
Through Palpatine,
Okay.
who made his mom pregnant. And I cannot stress this enough. That would mean him and Rey, Kylo Ren and Rey are in a way
So
related.
Anakin's mother was the Virgin Mary.
Yeah, it is all just fucking Jesus, I'm not
Of
gonna
course, though,
lie.
that's kind of
Star Wars
bullcrap.
just is. Star Wars is just all fucking Christianity, dude.
Can you imagine
Clone-
if there was just
clone
a
the
really
Templars. Clone of the Templars.
Could you imagine if there's a really messed up Jedi? Or no, messed up Sith that was just what if I just get everybody I see pregnant with the Force? Can I just, it's just what was his name? What was that guy's name? Khan? Fuck, I forgot his name. That was
Are you talking about from Star Trek?
no from history. The guy who just raped everybody.
Oh, Genghis Khan. Yeah.
Genghis Khan. That run. Yeah, I did say it was Khan.
Famously voiced
So
by
someone was
Freddie
just like a
Wong.
Sith. There was a Sith Lord, but they were like Genghis Khan. They're just like, I'm gonna go conquer everybody, but also make like everybody I see
Genghis
pregnant.
Khan, Sith Lord. It's
Genghis.
probably the worst pitch I've ever heard.
I would see that. I would see that movie instead of the last two new Jedi movies.
Oh my god.
The Star Wars expanded universe. Genghis Khan. Genghis Khan. The Wrath of Genghis Khan. You're right, James. See, I'm putting $1 million ideas on the table. And they're just free for the picking.
We should just try to get Story Break to work with us. The writers room.
They're not gonna work with us.
I don't know, dude.
There's no way. No, they listen to pitches all the time, probably, and they're like, "That is terrible." Genghis Khan is a Jedi. That's terrible. No, Sith, terrible.
God. Freddie Wong on that podcast, he voiced Genghis Khan on the Good Morning from Hell podcast, so he'd probably be a little interested because he is part of the topic.
Jesus Christ. Well, is that all you want to talk about Star Wars, or
no? So there's this thing about Star Wars figures with the Black Series, which is what it's called. I'm not
the Black Series for clones?
Yeah, well, not for clones, for all Star Wars figures, but most specifically the newer versions of the clones, which you can always.
Do they have a helmet?
It does, and that was part of it. So as you pointed out, he does have a helmet. Here's the helmet.
Yeah.
I thought you were about to throw up just on mic. I was preparing.
Straight out care, just do projectile vomit everywhere.
Yeah, preparing to just fucking fling this off my head so I didn't have to hear. I was like,
Continue.
Okay, so this specific clone, he does not come on with a normally removable helmet, but as you can see, he does have one. And the thing is, with these clones, this is the Elite Squad Trooper, for just reference for people who are listening, if you are. But the Elite Squad ones, they don't come with a removable helmet. It's glued onto the head, as you can see right there. There's
molded the head.
They molded the head, and the thing is, because they want all the heads, even if they have helmets, to have the same range of motion. Even though they aren't like having removable helmets. And the reason why for these ones is because they're not supposed to be clones. The Elite Squad Troopers, they're supposed to be like the first generation of Stormtroopers.
Oh, so they're people. Yeah,
they're just really, literally regular ass people.
They're regular people.
Regular, normal people.
Cool.
But they still put a clone head. And the thing is, it's the fully sculpted one with the hair.
Yeah.
And it's just unpainted.
Why do clones have hair? Don't we just make them bald?
Oh my god, if every clone came out bald.
I mean, weren't there clones that were bald in
Yeah. The Clone Wars, Captain Rex dyed his hair blonde and then went bald.
Yeah. I mean, you don't need hair, right?
Yeah, I mean, there are bald clones, in the show and stuff.
Okay.
Continuing, the thing is that they don't make it so that you can remove the helmet. And how you have to do it is you take boiling water, and you can pop off the head from with the neck. Yeah. But it kind of creates a little crack in the neck. So the easiest way is basically just take it fresh out of the box, if anything.
Yeah.
Then just kind of hold it in upside down, just kind of at the shoulder length.
Yeah.
For about 20 or so seconds, pull it out, and then you can just pull it off. And it's super simple to just pull off. And then from there,
waterboard the figurine.
You waterboard it. You
into hot water.
You boil it
and then decapitate it, and then you can remove the helmet, and that's the easiest way.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Now wait.
Now hold on. There's more.
Oh, hold up there. Fucking Fallout 4. Wait a second.
Infomercials, and that's not it.
I'm not done yet.
Yeah.
From there, you can really get it down to just be the molded head and the helmet together if you get the pieces separated properly.
Yeah.
Sometimes the ball joint will come out of the neck and the head, so you'll just have it by itself. Then you can just, again, throw it back in the water for another 20 seconds. You can just force them back together without damaging it.
Yeah.
From there, you want to put it back in, the head and the helmet mold together,
Yeah.
and like get a spoon. Do not let it touch the metal of the bowl that you're like boiling the water in and everything. Do not let it touch the metal because it will burn and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So get like a plastic cooking spoon and everything, preferably one with holes in it, so that way you can drain the water when you bring it out and like going back and forth.
Right.
And what you want to do is you want to take like metal spoon, burn it, got it.
Metal spoon.
You want to take
it.
like these sort of not needle nose, but like long pliers and everything. Like usually you have like a small pair if you do have stuff. And you want to like just once it gets like just once you feel it is best, which I say is like 50 like from 45 to a minute long of keeping it in there and everything.
45 seconds to a minute long, yeah.
Yeah, 45 seconds to a minute long. Sorry, I didn't specify seconds, but
you said 45 to a minute long.
Minute long. It's like, whoa.
45 minutes. I thought you said you didn't want it to burn. Yeah, but I wanted it to melt.
And also not to let it burn. Don't have it above the water. Keep it below. That way it's like in a good area and everything. It doesn't get messed up.
Mm-hmm.
Once that happens, pull it out. Have a paper towel so you can dry these off and everything real quickly. And then take the helmet. Yeah. Take your pliers and get it onto the back of the head where the hair is and stuff. Don't do the front because you could accidentally like break it. And you now have a giant crack going for the front of it. And you don't want that. If it's on the back, you can hide it and everything because, you know, it's the back of the head.
Right. You don't look at figurines from the back.
Yeah. And then from there, you can really just kind of, because how soft it'll be from like being in the water, you can just pull it out and it just basically comes out pretty well. It will almost always, and I'm telling you, always have this little glue stain on it, like right there on this one. I have another one up there. I have two of these now. Okay. Which I'm going to paint both. And I think I found out which clones I want to paint them to look like. And also the good thing with these ones is that the armor kind of matches the same color as the head.
Yeah.
Sorry, it reminded me of the from Hummies VR comedy. It
reminds me of the from Invincible.
I hope in the live action one they get that down. They do that properly.
It was really funny when they decided to animate this very small nod.
It's also just Steven Yeun giving the perfect like noise.
Very fast, but not too fast.
It's I feel like it's a very underrated joke that has good meme potential.
Yeah, it's one of those jokes where they did need to add it in, but because they added it in, it was funny. So you're telling me you left a girl in your room when you went out to go save the world?
So and you can just use an X-Acto knife or just a normal knife to kind of pry the glue off. You'll never get it fully off, but you can just sort of make groove lines so it blends in with the hair. And because the head kind of matches the color of the Elite Trooper armor, you can just think of it as like you got your own like a base build, like a paint it yourself type of item, which is something that Warhammer does with their figures. They have like blank ones because they're now selling like giant like full size Warhammer like Space Marine soldiers. Yeah. And they have like blank ones that are like paint it yourself ones, and that's what this kind of reminded me of because I saw it at the same store. And everything. I was like, oh, cool.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Really?
Figurines.
Wow. Sorry, this is interesting. I found it like really cool.
I know, I'm letting you talk about it.
I went down a rabbit hole of like finding this out. I'm like, what the fuck? And I also found that.
How'd you?
My headphones fell off.
Just fell off his head. Anyway,
and I found out that on the Mandalorian and the armor head, they both have molded heads in theirs, but theirs have like blank faces where it's like only the mouth is defined and the ears, and it's just a bald head with like no eyes. It's weird.
Oh, so they don't have eyes.
Yeah, and it's like that's what made me think like, why the fuck didn't they do that for this one? Like, why'd they make a mold?
It also makes me think like, if you weren't gonna do the eyes, then why'd you do anything else? Just leave it like, just be a head, right? Just a helmet.
Right. And it's like,
don't even
why
mold
did they do it in the first place? Why couldn't they just like make the mold go into the head and everything?
It's like the guys who designed it were like, I really like, they designed the face and everything, and they were like, what the fuck? He's gonna have a helmet. You can't take the helmet off. And like, oh shit, you can't take the helmet off? Oh, or I mean, we could still ship it out with the helmet on. And they're like, no, just the helmet won't fit anymore. It's like, all right, take out the eyes.
Well, that's the thing. The helmet doesn't fit.
What?
Once you take it off, because like the nose gets caught on the chin
Oh.
of the helmet. So you gotta, like, what I do is I just make like a little triangle cut into it so it can just kind of slide on and off. But then that's
right
the
in
thing
there.
with this one, which is the Echo figure, which is a brand new one that just came out, so I'm very excited. It's also my favorite character.
That looks pretty nice.
This one does come with the same head but painted.
He's even got like a facial feature on there, just the raised eyebrow.
Oh yeah, he does. I didn't even notice.
Yeah, he has an expression on.
And this helmet is different because it doesn't have the same, like, oh wow, that really blows it out when I'm trying to show you, but like it on this one, it's just kind of like smooth right there, so you can just slide it on and off. But on the other one, it kind of comes down and like has the little divot inside of it.
Oh, I see.
That's the difference between them and like why this one can go on and off and the other one can't.
Ah, okay. We still need to do the Invincible review. Have not done that yet.
I'm sorry. I really sidetracked this. I'm just excited. I haven't been able to talk about it. I'm like, holy shit, this is all interesting to me.
That was the main topic right there, just the Star Wars figurines. But yeah, that's...
This one comes with like a broken leg, though. It's like super loose.
Oh yeah, he's got a stank leg up there.
Stank legs.
Stank
Both
legs.
the legs are like super loose below the knee, and it's like they gave it a plastic skirt, which the other one's come with a cloth one. Sorry, I'm doing it still.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
It's just that the other one's going with a cloth one, so you can like move the legs around. This one, it's like they can kind of go like this far. That's really all.
That's weird. Awkward.
Yeah, I really don't get why they did it. I think it's just because they wanted to paint this one side.
Yeah, that's probably it.
If I'm being honest, that's like all I can think about it being.
No other reason. All right.
That's why my hands are wet. No other reason.
So, have you heard about the new little thing that YouTube decided to push out? Little new policy, huh?
Oh, what's their newest policy, those jackasses?
Well, the new policy those jackasses did, you fuckers.
You fuckers.
You fuckers. Anyway, so new policy is that they're gonna put ads on every video now. But that's not all.
I'm not done yet.
And I'm not done yet.
Yeah.
that's what the YouTube's board members were like, but they're gonna put ads on every video.
Kennedy about all of her bad decisions, and I'm not done yet.
But they're not paying everybody for the ads. They're gonna put ads on videos, but if you're not in the YouTube partnership program, you're not gonna get paid for them. So that means, James, and everyone who's watching, if you see ads on my videos, it's not because I'm monetized. It's because YouTube decided to put ads on my videos.
Not because I'm monetized. YouTube's monetized.
YouTube's monetizing me.
YouTube's using me.
For jokes on you, YouTube, I get no views.
YouTube's using me as its monetization, but I'm not getting paid. Think of me like an intern.
You could think of me as an overworked intern.
And I'm not done yet.
And I'm not done yet. That's not all. So what do you think about that, James? You gonna like your videos getting ads?
Because there are helpful videos that you need in like a crack. You know, it's like, I need this right now, you know.
In a pinch?
In a pinch. I can't remember the term.
You said in a crack?
Yeah, it was like crack or something, right? But no, you need like a pinch, like a CPR video or like, you know, a help type
CPR
of video.
video, you have to sit through this 30-second unskippable ad.
No,
Fuck, he's dying.
That is a thing though, and it's like, it was a big reason people were like, okay, but there's like help videos on YouTube that like you need to get right
I'm
then and
parachuting,
there.
but I forgot my parachute. What do? Look up YouTube video.
There is a video on that.
Yeah, there is. Okay, so you're falling without a parachute. Rule number 1, don't panic.
Number 2, try to line your body with the hill so you can roll perfectly.
Number 2, test out your emergency parachute. There should be a strap on your side.
Have you heard about Gavin Free's solution if he's falling without a parachute?
Die?
No, he's gonna aim for the closest mountain or like curved surface, and he's just gonna start running. So the moment that he makes contact, he just goes running down it. I'm not joking when I say that was
there's several questions that arise.
Serious response.
Does he believe that'll work?
An actual scientist.
A scientist, sort of.
He's a smart guy though. Like
he is smart. but
so
he's
weird.
selectively smart. He's smart at some things, but incredibly stupid in others.
When he's doing slow-mo, guys, he's one of the smartest people. The moment he stops doing that...
Isn't he like the camera guy? The one who operates the really crazy
He's
camera?
everything. It's literally his entire thing. Like, Dan's sometimes there most of the time now because of COVID.
Yeah.
It's like, it's his show, and he's like, okay, so I'm going to be smart, but the moment I leave, I'm going to become the dumbest person.
Okay, so when I'm on camera on the slow-mo, guys, I have about 400 IQ, but when I leave and I'm off camera, that drops to around 50.
Drops to exactly 2.
It's like when you're on camera, he's the smart British, but then when he gets off camera, he's Australian. Just, oi, mate, oi, Chester sauce, mate.
Oi, I want some Vegemite.
What the fuck is this Vegemite bullshit?
Also, like, his idiocy and his prick level become, like, exponentially high.
Prick level?
He is such a prick once he's not doing slow-mo. Like,
such a jackass.
Eric Bador, Rat King, made him a bean sandwich for a podcast once so he could eat it on him. Yep. And he made a comment after giving it to him. He's like, your country conquered how many, other countries in like half the world, and you eat beans on toast for breakfast? And Gavin's like, oi, Eric, fuck you. And he's like, I made you that. And he's like, oh. What, mate?
What are beans? What are beans?
He just asked like a legitimate question. He's like, your country, Britain conquered how many countries? And
listen, I just saw Gavin get scared by Easter egg. He popped open the egg and it was scared him.
Oh my god, forgot about that. Oh, dude, when he threw a bowling ball onto a trampoline and was surprised when it landed on glass. It's a glass jar full of jam too that nobody wanted to clean up, and he's just like, okay, let's leave it. Michael comes back to the room. He's like, you're back here for like 5 minutes and you're already fucking making a mess.
You're back here for 5 minutes and he scared himself with the jar again. What the hell?
Yeah, no, Michael's like literally the den father of that crew of idiots. Den father. I cannot joke enough. Well, Jack is the oldest one, him and Jeff. It's Michael who's legitimately the father of them all.
It's because he's like an actual father, right?
Even before that.
Even before he was an actual father.
He was such a responsible... He was so much more responsible than anyone else.
That's funny because the way he comes off on videos is that he's like the crazy rash. He's rash. He's like really short-tempered. But then like outside of camera, he's just like the most level-headed dude.
Yeah, that was my favorite part. Because in that video, you see it too. He comes into the room and he's like being as well like, like, oh, what up, guys? Whoa, whoa. And he sees the mess. And he's like, damn it! You're back for 5 minutes. And he goes and starts picking it up and cleaning it. They're like, oh my god, how'd you do that? We didn't even know where to start. He's like, you start by cleaning it up. You just clean it up.
We don't even know where to start. It's like, how about picking the shit off the ground?
That's literally what his reaction was.
How about making it so that the mess isn't there anymore? Maybe you could start with that.
Oh, dude. Man, I really like that's really funny. I hope he stays an achievement hunter for a little bit longer.
For a while longer, yeah. I mean, if he goes off and becomes independent,
if he
probably still support him.
His stream is the best because nothing is original about it, and I mean that in the nicest way.
You know exactly what to expect.
He stole the outro from Alfredo Diaz in the exact way that it does, and it even says.
I thought you were about to say he stole like the Allier intro, just dun 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 dun.
No, his outro for his stream is literally Alfredo Diaz's outro.
Yeah. Where
it's like, okay, game's over, and it's not even like he changed words. It's literally his, where it's like, Alfredo's stream is over, and everything. Just exactly. His opening
picture copy.
His opening is like this really nicely drawn room, and on the wall it's like MS Paint drawn like Michael's stream starting.
Okay, wait, can we go back and talk about people playing Resident Evil Village?
Yeah, let's do that.
Because there's a couple of people that I just want to talk about that I think is hilarious.
Actor Noah does not know how to sell guns. We've talked about this.
We already talked about that, but we could dab on it again. Number one, Uber Hacks Nova James is hilarious to see.
My God,
I love him playing any game, really. But Resident Evil Village is so funny. So funny.
Man, I'm sad that Cow Chop ended and that he left and everything, but he's still so funny.
Still very funny guy.
Him and Alex, they're great.
Yeah, but yeah, his playthrough ended already. But man, it was super funny during the times when he was playing. I don't know how many times where he's just like, okay, here's one thing I didn't talk about with James, right? It's that he doesn't guard at all. There's a very important mechanic in the game.
Amazing that he doesn't guard.
There's a very important mechanic in the game called guarding, and basically when you guard, like you get like 90% damage reduction for like things that attack you.
Chooses the most hardcore difficulty, and then is like, why am I dying in 3 hits?
He chooses the hardest. He always plays games on the hardest difficulty, like no matter what, as far as I remember.
Amazing, by the way.
Great. That's what I copied, really. I was like, I want to be like that too, and I choose the hardest difficulty. Anyway,
that's who I want to be.
That's where I got my inspiration from. But so he chooses the hardest difficulty, then he complains that it's too hard. And then I think it's not that he doesn't know how to guard, it's that he just refuses to guard. For whatever reason. I don't know. Yeah, he just chooses not to. He acknowledges it like once when he's there's this mechanic in the game where you get meat and you buy dishes, it'll give you bonuses permanently.
Oh my god.
And one of them was decreasing the damage you receive when you guard. And he hovered over that and he's like, let's face it, I'm not gonna guard. And I'm like, why? And he just never addresses why, but he's just like, I'm just not gonna guard. And I'm like, okay. If you can complete the game just fine without guarding, go ahead. But I'm just saying it's the kind of reason why you're dying a lot. Just saying. No, but if you understand that, that's fine.
He's like, I know this is what my problem is, but I'm not gonna do it.
I know this is my problem, and it's very easy. In fact, it's just one button. But no.
I know that I can fix it, but no.
Like there's so many, like especially during the end boss scene the end boss is very, very high health, and there's a lot of moves that are like very hard to dodge. So you're supposed to guard them. And he just does it, and he dies like a ton. He dies a ton with the end boss. And he's like, why the hell can't I, why is so much hell? Why can't I beat this thing? One shots me.
His angry voice is amazing too.
Yeah. What the fuck? It's because I think whenever he gets angry, he sounds like it's the game's fault of whatever he's dying to, but it actually is just his fault.
The game had nothing to do with it.
It's literally, the game told you what to do. It's a very easy thing to do. Like it's not difficult at all. But he just refuses to do it, and he gets angry at it. Not angry at himself, angry at the game. Not angry. So so yeah, that's God. It's so funny.
That on this one either.
And as I've been watching some other people play it, I've realized that other people do like the same thing, where they just refuse to do stuff that's very easy to know.
I haven't watched the full playthrough, but Chilled Chaos put out his of it.
Yeah.
He put out the entire 8-hour stream with no ads.
Yeah, I saw Moodahar play it. Some Ordinary Gamers. He put out an 8-hour video of him just full playing through the game, full playthrough. He was actually one of the better gamers that I've seen. I mean, he did pretty much everything normally, so it wasn't like too great. I mean, it's still good to watch, but it wasn't like James level interesting. But Markiplier's playthrough of it, he's still in the middle of playing through it, releasing the videos of the playthrough.
I think I've watched his yet. I've been saving him, waiting.
God, it's so funny, man. It's so funny. He plays on casual because I think, or maybe it was casual or normal, but he just says he just didn't want to just go through like the pain that is the hard difficulty.
Understand that,
because the hard difficulty, all it really is different is that enemies just have higher health and they do more damage, and that's basically it. So it's like false difficulty
either. It's like you want to play to enjoy it, then play how you want.
Right. And James enjoys getting wrecked, so just so you know.
Halo on normal, it's okay. You don't have to play at hardest difficulty because your friend comes onto your stream and he's like, pussy.
There's so a couple of things that I thought were pretty funny. It was that Markiplier, what he so you get meat to buy the dishes to increase your stats, right? Permanently.
Yeah.
He sold like a lot of the meat when he first got it. I thought that was pretty funny.
That's
And then also he apparently he doesn't like the sniper, so he just sells it. He sells the sniper right when he gets it.
Why? No.
And I'm not gonna lie, the sniper is probably one of the strongest guns in the game.
It's the best gun in the game.
Outside of the revolver.
Outside of the Magnum.
Yeah, the Magnum is the strongest, but outside of this Magnum, you get a lot of sniper ammo, and sniper is actually pretty strong if you can land your shots. And Mark is just like, I don't like snipers. I don't know why I don't like. And he sells it. And I'm like, you're gonna have such a tough time, or you're gonna have a much more tough time than you would normally if you just use the sniper. But I mean, you could probably beat the game without the sniper. So okay.
Probably. I'm sure.
Obviously. Well, I mean, he's playing on easy, so it's fine. Of course, if you're playing on a hard difficulty, you probably need the sniper. But
I like that they could have used a lot of their assets from the previous game, just to import them over, like the guns and like even Ethan's like model and everything was changed.
I think it was the same model, but it was just slightly different. I think.
Well, I mean,
slightly
not
different
like
model.
the like clothing. I mean, like the head shape. Even like people point out that like his in this version, like he does have like a kind of different shape, and his neck is even thicker than the last one.
Thick neck boy.
Military training.
Military training.
Military
training increases the girth of your neck.
I mean, have you seen Chris Redfield? That boulder punching son of a bitch.
That boulder punching asshole.
Oh my god! I love that they called back to the Resident Evil 6.
I didn't understand that at all.
Oh, that's a reference to their like last.
I don't know Chris Redfield. I forgot about him because the last time I saw him was Resident Evil 7.
So in Resident Evil 6, Chris Redfield gets his arm trapped under a boulder and has to punch it to break out.
What?
And it's one of like the most memorable moments in like gaming history because it's like it
punches a boulder off his arm.
The game's so bad, but it's like such a funny scene, and it's like it's canon still.
Wait, so Chris Redfield is just like a super soldier, right? He's like strong. No? But how did he punch a boulder off his arm then?
Exactly. That's what everyone was like. He's just a normal guy. What the fuck?
What do you mean he's just a normal? Isn't he like jacked or something?
I mean, jacked, yeah.
But he's not like super strong?
No. He's strong.
God, I thought he was like a super soldier or something.
Also, my favorite thing in Resident Evil history, like new history, is that in the Resident Evil 3 remake, Carlos, for no reason at all, sees one zombie. He's like, let's fucking go, and then just kills him in one shot. He's like, this son of a bitch is mine, and just kills him one shot and keeps moving on. It's like so aggressive for no reason.
You're dead, asshole.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is, though. He's like, you go get the door. This asshole's mine, and just one shot.
Freeze, asshole! And then the zombie turns around. And it's just, don't you guys ever learn?
No, it's a zombie of a character we met earlier in the game too, and it was like a big character.
I remember. It was the
pilot,
the other RPD officer, the one with the vest, right?
Yeah, the one the like lifeguard jacket thing. For some reason, the yellow flak jacket.
The one in the construction vest. Okay.
It's supposed to be a bulletproof vest.
What were you doing, huh? Moving boulders by punching them?
What do you think you could do? Stop the future with a heist?
Where'd you learn how to do that, huh? On a farm?
That's what I was trying to remember.
Oh, is that what you were trying to remember?
Yeah, I was trying to remember. I'm like, Ant-Man.
Where'd you learn how to fight? On a farm?
Where'd you learn how to punch?
Not gonna lie, that's probably my favorite line of the entire movie. It's just so true. It's quite literally what it is. And he just doesn't come back. There's no comeback to that because it's just completely true.
It's like,
I was born to kill. Where'd you learn how to fight? On a farm? Well, shut up.
Henry Cavill just.
And I like how Mark. I'm pretty sure there was a large part of the reason he decided to play the game was because of Lady Dimitrescu.
Yeah.
And then like she dies, like you kill her like in the first hour of the game.
That everyone like finds out she dies so early in the game. They're just like,
they're like, huh? And then like most of the game is you don't ever see Dimitrescu again.
Right.
And then what Mark does is, this doesn't bother me at all, but he takes her remains and he just never sells them. He just has the remains in his inventory the entire time. There's so many things he does that's just so nonsensical, but it's hilarious.
That's like the great thing about Mark. He doesn't do things that make sense.
Yeah, and he's also like, I don't want to do a completionist run of the game, so I'm not going to go for all the treasures. And then like he goes for like one treasure, I guess, just because it was on the way, and he gets like a grenade launcher, and he's like, well, maybe I'll do all the treasures.
Yeah, I mean, that's how you get the Magnum.
Yeah, the Magnum is a treasure, so. I mean, you can beat the game without the Magnum. Just like you can beat the game without the sniper rifle.
It's going to be a bit harder, especially when you
a sniper rifle kind of does a lot of damage. But
it's like,
it's like, sniper rifle, so it's super accurate and get a lot of ammo for it. I mean, what do you do with all the sniper ammo that you get? Get rid of it?
Sell it? What are you going to do? Farm?
Where'd you learn how to shoot a sniper, huh? On a farm?
It's Lady Dimitrescu.
Yeah. God. What if they did like a remake of The Man of Steel, but just with the new Black Superman? Michael Jordan?
They did exactly what they do with Crystalia and Tig.
No, it's like the exact same movie, but they CGI out.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
They CGI Henry Cavill out and then just CGI in like Michael Jordan.
They don't change the race of Russell Crowe or his mom.
Right. Russell Crowe, everything's the same except for Kal-El.
They do a reverse Ray Fisher on Justice League where Joss Whedon was like, "How can you make him whiter?
Make him blacker." But sir, he is black. Did you not hear what I said? Where'd you learn how to do color correction, huh? On a farm? Just like, oh wow, okay, well, geez.
That one has a different meaning, sir.
I mean, sir, what do you want us to do for the movie? Can you Zack Snyder it? It's like, okay, and they just turn it black and white.
Everybody knows that the lines are broken.
Drain the contrast out of that shit. Add in scenes that have nothing to super long.
I think people are still a bit exaggeratory about how like the contrast changed though.
I think it's super different. I do
think it's different, but I think it's a difference of like, with Joss Whedon's, it was overly vibrant.
I mean, I don't know. I think Joss Whedon, at least I think I like the look of Joss Whedon's more than I like the look of Zack Snyder's. Both the aspect ratio and the color grading. I think the Zack Snyder was ugly, dude. I think it's smugly. I think everyone looks like they're wearing black and white outfits, pretty much. That's how bad it looks. It's almost like they couldn't get the color grading right. They're just like, oh fuck, we can't get the right color grading. What do we do? Drain the color. Make everything monotone. You see the monotone option on the color grading? Click that. Make that shit black and white. Also really release a black and white version. $60.
Oh no, it's free.
I'm just kidding. But the black and white version and the regular version are like basically the same movie.
No, they are the same movie. It's just the black and white.
No, I mean exact same movie.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Because of the contrast.
It's literally just black and white. I mean, that's what he did with his other movies, though, that he's done.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
It's like the poster is just completely different from the movie. Like the Army of the Dead poster looks like a Fortnite poster with all the neon like purple and stuff. And then like the actual movie is just like black and white.
No, the actual movie like a neon or anything like that.
The actual movie starts off with our dude who used to be a sheriff. He wakes up in a hospital after about 27 days of being in a coma. He's really thirsty. And while he walks through the hospital, he realizes that there's no one there.
One would say it was 28 days later.
One would say that the dead are walking.
One would say
I don't know. I saw this one out of context clip of The Walking Dead. Where, like this random guy walks up to the main character and he's like, "I just shoved my dick down your throat, and you thanked me." And I'm like, "What the hell? Was that an actual line?"
What did the character look like?
I don't know. Just a dude. He's just a dude with a biker jacket or something. I don't know. It was the dude with the spiked bat, right?
Oh, Negan? Yeah, he's some
Negan.
weird shit.
Negan.
Apparently, he was a gamer before the apocalypse.
The comedian.
I'm not joking.
Negan.
They gave a backstory episode for him recently, and he's a gamer.
The gamer?
That's his backstory.
That man does not look like a gamer.
He was on parole, so he just gamed all the time.
I mean, what else are you gonna do when you're on parole?
And it's so weird because it's just Jeffrey Dean Morgan in a hoodie playing Modern Warfare 3. Because
gamer.
Yeah, and they're like, this is a gamer.
It's like he doesn't even sit in a gaming chair.
This is a gamer.
This is what the peak performance looks like.
Jontron.
Sorry, ladies, but this is what peak gamer look like.
I thought you said Pete Davidson.
Yeah, Negan, aka the comedian from Watch Dogs. My favorite hero.
My favorite game, Watch Dogs Legion.
No, watch.
Where everyone in London is a watchdog.
Watch out. Everyone can hack into everyone.
1 million characters.
I'm hacking.
Literally every character can be playable. What?
Every character is playable.
What?
But there's only 30 characters in the game. Ubisoft. Every character is playable.
1 million characters.
1 million different character models.
One
See
monkey.
this? The strand of hair is different on this one.
Monkeys. This is monkey.
I might play Watch Dogs 2. I have Watch Dogs and Watch Dogs 2.
I played Watch Dogs too.
Because they're both free.
Because I was like, this is boring.
They're both free on Epic Games. And I played through all of Watch Dogs 1 and I realized that it was just a terrible game.
I don't play Watch Dogs 1 anymore. I just literally watch the All Sham No Wow videos about it because they're just hilarious.
The only thing I find more fun is if they expand on the whole hacking multiplayer game mode. I think that might be a thing, but
oh yeah, they had a multiplayer and it was like you showed up as the citizens even though to yourself you looked like
it was like a hide and seek, but it was like you're hacking someone else and they need to find out where you are and kill you.
Right.
That's an interesting concept. But I think they kind of messed it up a little bit. Just because yeah, some random stuff. Anyway, though, the other day I was doing my 35 minutes on the elliptical, right?
Yeah.
And I was in the living room and my father was watching this movie that looked really interesting to me. It was a movie starring Tim Allen, Ellen Ripley, Professor Snape, and they were playing Star Trek characters. There's a movie called Galaxy Quest.
Yeah, Galaxy Quest, man.
What the fuck is that movie?
Oh, bad.
Bad?
Bad.
Star-studded cast. It's bad.
It's something.
Really?
Sorry, it's late.
It is kind of late. You replied to my thing a little bit late, so
Yeah.
I think today at 12:40 p.m. I messaged you on Discord saying,
I was at work, JD.
let me know what time you can spit fire today. And then 6 hours later, I typed, well, maybe tomorrow instead because it's now 6:30. And then 10 minutes, 20 minutes later, you're like, no, I'm here. And I was like, oh, okay, I guess we're doing it.
That was the thing. I was coming up my stairs and like checking my message. I'm like, oh shit, I probably never replied to JD, did I?
No, you didn't.
By the way, can I just say, with this new framing of your camera that you have,
Yeah.
there's just a bottle of lotion ominously in the background.
Yeah, there is.
It's so like
It's so far away from my desk. And funny enough, I have a lotion right here, right next to me. So the question is, why is there lotion back there? The world may never know.
It's kind of like Jay Schlatt with the Pope cutout that he has.
That's funny because I never use that lotion.
It's just so like in frame.
Almost like it's intentional, isn't it?
It's so oddly center of frame. I don't like it. It's so ominous.
Very slightly off center.
You're not even in center either, so it's like you did it intentionally, so you could both be on each side.
Sorry, James. I'm not like your camera placement where you're perfectly in center and then everything is fine in frame.
Yes.
What are you talking about?
You mean like how I'm still not off in center even here?
I mean, you're more in frame than I am.
My computer is literally over here compared to where I'm sitting, and I don't know why.
Okay, well.
I don't know why I do this. My keyboard is over here. My keyboard is over here. My mouse is like up here in this area.
Yeah.
It's like everything. It's like I'm working like this.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm still looking at it like this for some reason.
Wow. Okay.
Anyways.
You have something else to talk about, James? Something that's been on your mind?
I don't know if I do.
Oh, yeah?
We did a collaboration.
Oh, right. We did.
We did.
Talk about that, probably.
Yeah. Next time.
No, right now. So basically, if you didn't know, I was on James's podcast. That's funny because it's the exact same setup, like the same cast members, just roles flipped. So, so if you didn't know, James is a co-host of this podcast. So I am the host of this podcast, and James has his own podcast that he hosts called Celluloid Slaughter. We brought it up sometimes on this.
Sometimes
we roast it sometimes on this podcast, but for the first time ever, once in every blue moon, I was on James' podcast as the co-host, and we talked about the one movie starring Jet Li, directed by James Wong, also featuring Jason Statham
and Jet Li
and Rodecker. So yes, if you do want to,
I don't even know Rodecker's actor's name. It's just Rodecker.
Rodecker. I mean, Rodecker's a great name. I love the name Rodecker.
For sure.
But yeah. So if you haven't seen that, you should definitely go to James' channel, subscribe, and then eventually he'll put that out.
Oh, hold your horses.
Now I'm not done yet.
I'm not done yet.
But yes, that's the thing.
It'll come out soon. I can promise that. It's a very easy
promise?
edit. So yeah.
Promise.
Within the next 2 weeks.
That's a pretty large. Oh, by the way, can I just say you fucker, you keep commenting the freaking last time this episode came out was an era ago. Meanwhile, in your channel, you have like your episodes are spaced like months apart.
Dude, my face has gotten so red in this episode. It's so hot. Oh my god.
It's hot. Plus, you're laughing. It's just the blood is just going straight into your face. So yeah.
That off, you know.
Yeah. So anyway, stop commenting that, you asshole. Also, last episode of the Don't Crap Together is gonna come out soon. Monday.
It's been a millennium.
Monday, I believe. It's been a millennium.
It's been
a millennium. Eons. Meanwhile, it's only been like 5 days apart, maybe.
It's really been only a week. It's because of when it happened, and when it's being released. It feels so long ago. I'm like,
it feels so long because what we did is we played it like every day. We played it every day, but the episodes only come out weekly. So if we did like 18 episodes of it, which is how many I produced, and that's spaced out weekly, that's quite a long time. So also, that last episode was pretty interesting. I just have to say right now, before we go, just as like a last note. When I was editing the last episode, James, I was kind of too caught up in the moment to realize that I was carrying that fight like super, super hard.
You were.
I didn't notice that at first because I was.
No, Jay, remember, I was destroying the things.
No, you weren't, James. You destroyed like 2 things. I remember you. 3 things. 3 out of 10.
3.
Not only that, it was funny because
you see that number?
So we jump into the portal, right? And then we hop out, and then we're underground, so we mine up, and then immediately you get attacked by like 7 Endermen because you looked at them. As we come out of the hole, I'm like, keep your eyes down, Or no, keep your head up, eyes down. And then like, you're like, oh shit, they're attacking me. I looked at them. So while you were getting freaking wrecked by the Enderman, I took out 4 while you were getting attacked. On my own, with just on the ground using the bow. And then I took out 3 more. By myself. And I guess during the entire time, not only did I take out 7, but the Ender Dragon was aggroed on me the entire time. Like he was shooting fireballs at me and it was flying at me and attacking me while I was climbing the towers. And then the first time the Ender Dragon attacked you, you died.
MVP, man. The
very first time, not only he wasn't even attacking you, you walked up to him and let him hit you, and then you died.
No, that was the thing. I was trying to get it right there. I was like running up to it, hitting it, and nothing was happening for a while. And then all of a sudden, I just went flying into the air.
Yeah, when I was watching back on that, I realized that I can see you dying on my side. I saw you die on my screen. It was just at the very corner, the very top, like left corner of my screen. As I was mining down from the tower, I could see your body like just freaking fall, turn red, and then fall over and die. But what happened was it was perched on the thing, right? And it was flapping its wings. And I guess what you did is you ran straight at it, like toward its wings, on its wings.
I didn't know that it could do that. I was just trying to run at it, hit it. I didn't know it could throw you into the air. I've never seen that happen before. So I was like, our arrows aren't working. We got to hit it while we can. And I ran up and just like
we got to hit it while we can. Oh God. That's what you're like. That's what your scream was oh.
The thing was this, I was like hitting it. I'm like, it's not registering. And then all of a sudden just
oh no. I'm so glad that we finished that series without me dying. Like it was just like cherry on top. That like out of all the hubris I was spouting during every episode.
I wish that was my first death. That would have been so much funnier.
I was being just a huge jackass during the entire series because I was like I'm doing everything. I'm so strong. Nothing could kill me. And then like there was just no follow up to that. Nothing ever like hit me. Like bit me in the ass because I was saying this stuff like that, and we just finished it normally. What can I say, James? I'm just a gamer. And if you're a gamer, you should subscribe because we do this every Sunday. Huh?
You're Negan?
If you like James, check out his channel. It's in the description.
Why would you?
I also stream on Twitch.
I sometimes
Period. James does not stream on Twitch.
Anymore. James has lost every qualifying act he had.
James has lost every requirement for the affiliate program because he hasn't streamed in a millennia.
I found it really funny. I was like, for the longest time, I'm like, I wonder if I still have my 8 hours because I did like, I don't know, like 20 hours of streaming.
Yeah.
In 1 week, I had like so much like streaming and everything. I was like, I'm probably fine, right? You know, I'm sure like it carries through, and then like,
it hasn't been that long, right? It's been 40 days.
it was like, you have 1 hour of streaming out of the 8 required. And I'm like,
you have 1 hour streaming in the past 30 days.
Oh no.
Yeah, it counts every 30-day period. So, yeah, I'm really close actually. I just need 50 followers, which is the hardest one actually. Everyone's like, oh, the hardest one is getting 3 concurrent views. No, the hardest one is 50 followers.
You have 50 views on your Epic 7 video.
Yes, but they're not all followers.
Just get those 50 people. Like, hey, pals, just literally.
I think it counts as a view if someone drops in and then leaves. I think that might be a view. It counts as a view if someone just clicks on it and leaves.
A view, but not like a.
What do you? Anyway, go on, James. Go on, James. Follow James. We'll be back next Sunday. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.